3.
It's time for Dixie State University Athletics on Radio Dixie 91.3 KXDS Santa Clara. DSU Athletics on Radio Dixie 91.3 is brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln, your neighborhood Ford dealer. We hear you. And now, it's time for DSU Athletics.
Nobody ever said the road to success was going to be easy, but that is the task for the Lady Trailblazers. Will face on the last road trip of the season when facing Adams State and Fort Lewis. Hello, everyone. I'm Martin Kelly. Welcoming you into another great night of Trailblazer basketball here on Radio Dixie 91.3. It is again that time for more Trailblazer basketball here on Radio Dixie. The final road trip of the season for both teams is on schedule right now. They're going to be playing Adams State and Fort Lewis. Let's jump into that right here. Again, if you were just tuning in, Radio Dixie 91.3, we're having the last road game series of the season for the Trailblazers. It's finally here. Yes, after months and months and months of playing basketball, we're going to finally find out what these teams are made out of. These are the moments that this is going to make out of the team. But jump back into the basketball here as I'm rambling on here, trying to put on my best broadcaster sound here. The Lady Trailblazers split a home game series against Adams State and Fort Lewis 2 weeks ago in the Burns Arena, where the Trailblazers trailed in both games in that one. But now let's just stick to the Adams State game, which they are facing tonight in Colorado tonight. The Grizzlies and the Trailblazers will be tipping off at 5:30. We got 15 minutes until that. Until then, we're going to be talking more here on Radio Dixie 91.3, and we're going to dive more into this. But let's dive into last couple weeks ago. Adams State and Fort Lewis, the first of two double back-to-back games for the Trailblazers at Burns Arena, where the Trailblazers trailed by 12 in that game. They were looking really sloppy. The shots weren't going down. The passing wasn't clean. Everybody was trying to get their own shot. Everybody was trying to make their own noise and say, hey, I'm the woman that's taking over this game. I'm the one that's making the baskets. I'm the one that's getting the shots. I'm the one that's carrying the team. And when that didn't work, Coach J.D. Gustin said, screw it, I'm scratching the plan here. We're going to go to a new game plan. And when he did that in the second half, where it was more passing the ball, trying to find the right shot, trying to crash the board a little bit more, and try to then force the ball out and try to get the right shot, I think it worked perfectly for the Trailblazer team. Again, I mentioned it before, and more, and I will. This team lives and dies by the three-point line. If the three-point ball is not falling, this team is not going in. You're not going to win that many games. They just rely on it too much, and I think if Coach J.D. Gustin can roll that in, pull that in, say to his girls, say, hey, listen, we're going to play that style as much as we can, but we also have to play a little bit more crash in the paint, trying to get the right shots, and I think it will help them in the long run. But let's jump into this real quick here, and then we're going to dive into more. But to recap last weekend for the Trailblazers, as the Trailblazers split another home series on Friday, they beat Western Colorado 69-57, and swept the Mountaineers this season after beating them a couple weeks ago in Western Colorado. But then on Saturday, the Trailblazers fell to Colorado Mesa, who swept them for the series this year. Trailblazers fell to Colorado Mesa a couple weeks back when Coach J.D. Gustin wasn't healthy. Coach Natalie Yancey took over the coaching for that weekend. They split the series that weekend against Colorado Mesa and Western Colorado. We had those games here on Radio Dixie 91.3, and they weren't pretty. Those two games, even though they won the game against Western Colorado, they still weren't pretty. There was a lot of individual passing, a lot of trying to be the one that gets the right shot. There wasn't really that much of cohesion between the two games. One game they were turning the ball over a little bit too much. The next game they weren't turning the ball over, but the shots were just not falling. So we'll see what happens tonight in that one. Colorado Mesa went on to beat Dixie State, as I gather my words here, by 13 points, leaving the Trailblazers at 12-9 overall and 8-9 in the conference right now. They sit 10th in the conference standings. And for the Trailblazers, the scenario for them to get to the top 5 seeds, who has the best route to win the conference championship, it's very simple for these girls. You have to win the rest of the season. That is plainly it. You have to win the rest of the season. You have to hope who is in front of you loses some games. From here on out, it is not going to be that easy. Colorado Christian, Black Hills State, MSU Denver, and Western, and the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs are all ahead of the Trailblazers. They're tied right now with Colorado. They're tied right now with Regis. So if we were to beat Regis, if Regis loses one, we're not with them. They're gonna fall back. They're gonna be 8-10. If we were to win tonight, we'd be 9-9. Colorado Christian sits at 9-8. Black Hill State sits at 9-8. We need both of them to lose their games, and Dixie State needs to win completely out. There's 5 games left in the season. If you win all 5 games, let's just say the scenario here. They win all 5 games. All right. Overall, they win those 5 games. That is going to give them a record of 13-9. 13-9 would get you into the top 5. Looking at Colorado Christian, they're 11-6. Western is 10-7. MSU Denver is 10-7. Black Hill State, again, is 9-8. And Colorado Christian is 9-8. If any of them just lose 1 or 2 games, just 1 or 2, Dixie State could get in. And Dixie State would get in by the hair on their chin for real. It is close to them as much as they can get here. Again, I've mentioned it before. Kerrick Segmenar's mentioned it before on his show, with the Trailblazer Weekly show. James Guerin has mentioned it on his show. Everybody's mentioned it in this city, in this town. If Dixie State women's basketball team can just win out from here on out, they could get to this playoffs. Now, let's flip it over to the Grizzlies of Adams State. It has not been pretty for them. It has not been pretty at all. This season has been a rough one for them to start this season off. They have not won that many games. They've only won 2 games all season. One of those games was a preseason game. It didn't even count to their overall record. They have 3 wins on the season. They have 3 wins total in their whole season, but 2 wins in the conference, 2 wins overall. They sit at 2-19. They're at the bottom of the conference standings. And take it from me, from a former player who played high school sports. I haven't played a lot of college sports, but still, playing high school, playing any sport, you don't want to lose. Losing is not what you want to do. It is not how you want to go out. It is just not the way it feels. And especially when you're a senior, that feeling is just heartbroken. And you try to play all season and play a really good season, have some momentum, maybe, have something to say, hey, we did this, we did that, and no, that has not been the season at all for the Grizzlies this year for Adams State. And to make it even worse, the 3 out of 5 last games, including tonight, they have to face the top 3 teams in the RMAC standings. They have Colorado Mesa still on their schedule. They have Colorado School of Mines, and they have Westminster. Colorado Mesa and Westminster are tied at 16-1 overall. They're both ranked in the top 25. Colorado School of Mines, who is sitting at 14-8, needs a couple more wins and to improve themselves in the RMAC conference to even get a bid into the playoffs for the March Madness tournament. They need that in their favor as much as they can get. Otherwise, they're going to be out. But those are the 3 best teams right now in the RMAC standings when it comes to the women's basketball standings. They need those wins badly. We're going to take a quick break here on Radio Dixie 91.3. 1 minute break. When we get back, we're going to have the live covers of the game here. 5:30 is the start time. We have just about 7 minutes until then. For right now, we're going to take a 1 minute time out here on Radio Dixie 91.3.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. Here live in St. George, Utah, in the beautiful little radio station here at Radio Dixie 91.3, where we're going to have the live broadcast of Adams State Grizzlies versus the Trailblazers of Dixie State here. The women's basketball game is up first. The men's basketball game will be on right after that one. And we're going to have both games here on Radio Dixie 91.3. You can guarantee that. I promise that. But let's get back to this little startup. We got about 5 minutes here until the game start. 5:30 is the game start here. We got 5:25 on the clock right now. We're going to dive into a little bit more here. Some of the keys of the game here for the Trailblazers in this game for the rest of the season. It should just play like you did against Western Colorado. When I watched them play against Western Colorado the other day, they played that game perfectly, and I mean absolutely perfectly in that one. They were crashing the boards. They were kicking the ball out. They were giving the right screens. They were giving the right passes. They were playing the right defense. They had everything going for them perfectly in every sense of the word perfectly. It was no joke. They were playing absolutely perfect. And then they went to Colorado Mesa and they did the complete opposite. I give credit to J.D. Gussie. He's a great coach. I'm not taking nothing away from him. But when you have a style that's working against one team, and you're using your bigs, and you're using in the paint, and you're using the glass, and you're using and you're crashing inside, and then you're kicking it back out, why not use that same recipe the next night? Colorado Mesa is a shorter team than Dixie State. Yes, they're ranked 16 in the country. Yes, they have a great defense. But they've been using their defense to win so many games this season. If you bend that defense, if you try to force them to run around crazy with their chickens with their heads cut off, you can win that game. And it just frustrated me out the whole time. They were within 5. They were within 1. They were down 11-10 early in the part of the second quarter. They were within striking distance for those Mavericks there on Colorado Mesa, and they just could not get the job done. I wish Coach J.D. Gussie would have taken the same recipe he had against Western Colorado and said, "Hey, we're going to use that against Colorado Mesa. It's going to work. We're going to get a success that we had the other night. It is going to be absolutely perfect," and that didn't happen. Not even a little bit of that happened. I'm sorry. It frustrated me. I love watching this basketball team. They are so good. They know how to shoot the ball right. They know how to pass the ball right. And when you don't do the one thing that you know you're good at, especially at passing the ball and trying to crash in here, you have so many good players on this team, and not to use the same recipe you had the night before to the next night, I think is a little frustrating. I think they had the players to do it. They had the momentum. They could have defeated Colorado Mesa. Colorado Mesa would have definitely jumped down to the top 20 in the top 25 conference standings. You would have given them the first loss since they lost in that building. Colorado Mesa hasn't lost a game since they were in that building. They lost to Western Oregon, and that's the only loss they've had. Since then, they were on an 18-game winning streak, and they're now on a 19-game winning streak. They have so much of the momentum going into the conference standings, into the conference championship. It's ridiculous. You could have knocked some of that confidence right out of them, and not to take that opportunity ahead of them, I think was a big mistake by the Trailblazers in that one. For the Grizzlies here, to flip it over to them, it is simple. It is very simple when it comes to the Grizzlies. Just finish out the season. Just try to get over that hump and finish the season, and just call it a night. Just call it a night. Call it a day. It is frustrating when you're a team that's losing so much, and you're not winning games, and you're losing the games that you should win, and games that you're like, why didn't we do this? Why didn't we do that? Why didn't we do that? And why didn't we do this? And it frustrates everybody. And Adams State cannot. They're begging for the season to end. I'm not taking nothing away from them. I know those girls want to play their hearts out. I know they want to play the rest of the season, but they're hoping their next game is their last game, because they cannot be fun. It can be fun when you're playing, when you're practicing, when you're teammates, you're having a little fun day, you're having those days where you're fun. But when you're losing games, it's not fun to sit on that bus ride and go home and do that shoulda, coulda, woulda in your head. It is just not that simple. It is not that fun. And it is frustrating for anybody to just sit there and be like, what did we do wrong? Simply that. What did we do wrong in this one? And that is just what it is. You know, that is just simply what it is. What did we do wrong? It is simply that. There's no other way to say it, but simply that. So, anyway, after that, we're going to, just ramble. I'm going to keep rambling on here. But in a matter of moments, we're going to have this game live here on Radio Dixie 91.3. We're going to take our final time out here. As soon as we get back, this game is underway here on Radio Dixie 91.3. The Trailblazers of Dixie State versus the Grizzlies of the Grizzlies of Adams State here on Radio Dixie 91.3.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. Yes, it's me again, Martin Kelly, here in the radio station tonight. Dixie State University versus Adams State University here in this one to get started off. They're playing the national anthem right now here. We're going to take a quick 2-minute timeout again right here on Radio Dixie 91.3. When we return from that, we're going to have the game live here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Don't turn that dial. Dixie State Lady Trailblazers versus the Adams State Lady Grizzlies here on Radio Dixie 91.3.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. Here live in the Radio Dixie 91.3 station here in St. George, Utah. Again, if you're just tuning in, Dixie State Lady Trailblazers versus the Adams State Lady Grizzlies here on Radio Dixie 91.3. We're going to have this one. 10 minutes have been put on the clock here. They're just giving off the starting lineups here for each team here, as I'm going to be looking for the starters for Adams State here, as I do have one or two of them, but I hope they keep doing it, as they're showing me a little footage of it right here, right now, as I'm gathering up as many as I can. But let's jump into the starters for your Dixie State Trailblazers here for tonight. Number 3, Mariah Martine is going to be the starting guard for this team tonight. Then Lisa Van Camp, and she's going to be the starting center tonight here. Forward 6'1" out of Morgan, Utah for this team here. Number 11, Kelsey Stevenson, guard 5'11" out of Willard, Utah. She's going to be the starting small forward. Morgan Myers is going to be starting power forward tonight. And number 23, Allie Franks, 5'10" guard out of Redding, California. She is going to be the starting small power forward for this team tonight here in this one. For the Grizzlies of Adams State, number 0, Zakika Beckles, 5'8" out of Middle X, New Jersey. Number 3, Stephanie Ruiz, the 5'9" guard out of San Antonio, Texas. Number 10, Marshall Holland, 5'5" junior out of Channelview, Texas. Number 13, Brooke Nell, the guard, 5'10" out of Blue Springs, Missouri. And number 20, Madison Marshall, forward, 6'1" out of Spring Creek, Nevada. That is your starting lineup for both teams here. Lisa Van Campen and Marshall are in the center right now, ready for the tip-off. 10 minutes has been put on the clock, 30 seconds on the shot clock here in this one. We're ready to get this one away. The Lady Grizzlies versus the Lady Trailblazers here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Trailblazers are going to control the tip-off here. Mariah Martine is going to give it out to Allie Franks. Back over to Mariah Martine. She's going to go on the right side. She goes to Lisa Van Campen, who's in the paint, and is good on the first bucket there. Dixie State takes a commanding 2-0 lead to start off this one. 9:45 left to go here in this one. Beckos gives out to Ruiz. Ruiz going to try to drive it all the way on the right side. She's good on that one right there. Drove it on the right side there. Got over Mariah Martine on that one on the defensive side. Dixie State and Adams State here tied early in this one, 2-2. Lisa Van Campen has to the top of the key. Gives out to Kelsey Stevenson. Back over to Morgan Myers. Back over to Kelsey Stevenson. Open for a 3 there, and it's good. Dixie State takes a commanding 5-2 lead here early in this one here. 9:15 left to go. Both teams ran up and down the court here to start off with. As Beckos tried to give it off to her to nail there. It did not work. Mariah Martine stole it out of the air. Gave it to Allie Franks. She takes a little jumper there, and it's good. Took a little step back jumper on the right side of the paint there to make it 7-2. 8:50 left to go in this first one. Both teams flying up and down the court here. As Becko's going to keep it now. Gives out to Ruiz. Ruiz back over to Hollins. Hollins going to give it back over to Ruiz on the right side of the 3. Back over to Hollins. She's in the right corner of the 3-point line. She decides to drive on the right side. She's going to take a little step back jumper. No, it's no good. Morgan Myers is going to get the rebound and give it out to Mariah Martine. Martine going to get a drive. She thought she was going to get a little screen there by Lisa Van Camp, but no, it didn't work. Martine keeps it. She's at the top of the key. Gives it out to Morgan Myers. Gets a little screen there by Mariah Martine. Over to Kelsey Stevenson, and the whistle is blown there. As I slow down here just a little bit, Morgan Myers got called for a little illegal screen there. And the ball's going to go back to Adams State. To Adams State, they're wearing their all-white, green lettering all over them. That is their jerseys right now. Dixie State wearing their all black, a little gray on the top of the shirts and on the shorts with Dixie State red lettering and wording. That is how they're all dressed up tonight. As Ruiz is going to drive all the way to the basket. No good on that one. Rebound there by Adams State. Hollins give it back over to Beckles. Beckles back over to Ruiz. Ruiz going to take a 3 on the left side. No good there. Rebound there by Lisa Van Campen. She gives it off to Mariah Martine. Martine going to drive it now. Gives over to Van Caven. Van Caven going to take a three at the top of the key. No, that doesn't go in. Rebound there by Adams State. Still scrambling on the floor. Now Allie Franks has it on the rebound, and there's going to be a jump ball. Allie Franks not giving up the play there. It looked like Adams State was going to get the rebound there. A clean rebound there as Lisa Van Campen missed the three-pointer at the top of the key. But Allie Franks kept fighting for the ball, and she got a jump ball there. But the ball is going to go back to Adams State. Hollins gives off to Neal. Neal back over to Ruiz. Back over to Beckles. She almost lost it for a second there. Beckles now going to drive it to her right side. Over Kelsey Stevenson. Drives all the way to the bucket and it's good. Zakea Beckles is now going to go to the line as well. 7-4 here to start off with 7:28 left to go. That's going to be the first foul of the afternoon for Dixie State. Beckles, a 66% free throw career shooter this season. She's shooting 69. Let's see if Beckles can be good on the 1-and-1 here. Beckles shoots it up, and it's good. 7-5 is the lead here. The lead has been cut down from 5-2 here in this early part of this game. 7:24 left to go here in this one as Mariah Martine went out bringing it down for Dixie State. Gives off to Allie Franks. Franks gets a little screen there by Van Campen. Gives back over to Mariah Martine. Back over to Allie Franks. And there's a foul there. Allie Franks is going to go shoot to the line. Van Campen gave Allie Franks a little screen, and then Allie Franks fed it back to Mariah Martine. Martine gave it back to her when Allie Franks went cutting all the way to the basket, and she got fouled there. She tried to go up for a bucket. Allie Franks shoots 70% from the free throw line this season. She's good on the first one. 8-5 is the lead here for Dixie State. Lines up for the second shot, and it's good on that one as well. 9-5 is the lead here, with 7:13 left to go in this one. Beckles getting double teamed there by Mariah Martine and Morgan Myers. She gets it back out, gives it off to Hollins. Hollins now has it. Back over to Beckles. Beckles gets a little screen there by Hollins. She's going to drive it on the left side now. She got caught up by Lisa Van Campen in the middle. Now gives it over to Ruiz. Ruiz going to try to drive. She almost lost it there. Morgan Myers is all over her. Now Beckles now got it. Morgan Myers is all over her there again. Hollins got the rebound for Adams State, and there's going to be a travel called against Hollins. That is Adams State. Cameron Mooney is now going to the scores table, and it looks like London Pavlica as well. Both freshmen are going to check into the game now. Adams State is going to their bench as well. Number 54, Maddie Doris, the 6'1 junior out of Weatherford, Texas. Weatherford High School, and she also went to South Plain College, is now checking to the game. Martine's going to bring it down for Adams State. Gives off to Cameron Mooney. Now back over to Allie Franks. Mooney gives Franks a little screen there. Back over to Kelsey Stevenson. Back over to Franks. Back over to Mariah Martine. They're playing hot potato with the basketball. Franks going to get an open three on the right side. She's going to take it, and it's good. 12-5 is the lead. That is the largest lead of this afternoon by 7. As Beckles going to race down the court. She's going to go on the right side. Gives off to Ruiz. She's being guarded by Mariah Martine. Hollins now has. She's being guarded by Mariah Martine. Martine and Stevenson switched off on their defensive positions. London Pavlica is going to bring it up. She gives off to Allie Franks there off the rebound. Franks almost lost it there for a second. She scrambled on the floor, and a jump ball is going to be called. I believe so. Otherwise, I'm wrong. London Pavlica trying to get it off to Allie Franks. It did not work, and then Allie Franks went on the deck and tried to get a rebound there. And no, they're instead going to call a foul against London Pavlica for diving on the deck. Must have hit her. Must have hit the one that hit the deck on the floor. It looks like Hollins was on the floor there. She must have hit her in the mouth or something. And now the ball is going to go back to Adams State. Beckles going to bring it up now. She's going to shoot a little jumper. No good there. London Pavlica is going to get the rebound. She's going to push it up. She gives it out to Allie Franks. Franks going to try to drive it. No. Gives out to Cameron Mooney. Back over to London Pavlica. Pavlica going to get a little screen there. No, doesn't take it. Back over to Mariah Martine. She's on the top of the key. Martine thinks about it. Gives it back over to Franks. Thought about giving it to Kelsey Stevenson. That didn't work. Now over to Kelsey Stevenson after Mariah Martine got the ball back. Stevenson back over to Martine. Martine going to try to drive it. No. Little scramble there. Cameron Mooney's not going to get it. Mariah Martine's going to take a deep three before the shot clock is over, and it's not going to work there. Good defense by Adams State there to stay on top of Dixie State, not giving them any room, any time to run their real offense there. The lead is still at 7, 12-5 here with 5:20 left to go here in the first. Dixie State and Colorado Mesa was the second of the back-to-backs the other afternoon. They were only kept to low-scoring games in that one. No one could buy a bucket in that one. It was 9-8 after first. lowest scoring first quarter by a Dixie State team in history. That is now a difference here as Dixie State already has 12 points in this afternoon. Beckel's going to drive it for Adams State. She gets her shot blocked in the middle of nowhere. It looked like either Cameron Mooney or London Pavlica. We're going to get a better look. And it's by both, but they're going to give it to credit to London Pavlica. She had her hand on it a little bit more. Cameron Mooney is more the one that blocks the shots more than Cameron Mooney is the one that blocks the shots more than London Pavlica, but still a good block there for that one there. We're going to take a quick 2-minute timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. When we come back, we're going to get this one started. We're going to get back here between Dixie State and Adams State here on Radio Dixie 91.3.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. Here live in Radio Dixie 91.3 on the beautiful campus of Dixie State here in St. George, Utah. As we have live coverage of Dixie State Lady Trailblazers versus the Lady Grizzlies of Adams State. Let me make sure I don't have any hiccups. Lady Trailblazers of Dixie State versus the Lady Grizzlies of Adams State here at Dixie State is on the road here for the final road games of the season. Adams State, Fort Lewis, their final games of the season. Let's jump back into this one as the game is already underway. Took a little bit longer timeout there, but that is all worth. Dixie State out of the timeout. They were leading at 12-5, and now the score is up to 19-5. Let me recap you there. Dixie State took a 3 and a 2 during that span right there, and they also took another individual 2. Yes, that all adds up. No, that doesn't add up. So I'll stick with my original one. They had a 2 and they had a 3. Kelsey Stevenson took a 3 there to make it 19-5. Cameron Moody got a wacky 2-pointer in the middle of the paint off a scramble and a dash and a zit and a zat, and the pass went over here and over there. And then Cameron Moody just had an easy little layup there to make it 14-5. Now we stand at 19-5 total with 3 minutes and 6 seconds left to go here in this one. Number 45, Luinda Laporo, checks in now for Adams State. She's a 6'3 junior out of Guadalupe, France. Sierra High School, and she went to Midland Community College. She now checks into the game for the Grizzlies. Some also changes. Manny Loftus now checks into the game. She takes a 3 here. No good on that one. They're rebounded there by Adams State. As Collins is going to try to put up a little jumper there. No good. Collins try to get it off to Ruiz. She does. Gets back over to, as I check the numbers here, looks like Beckos is still on the floor. Now gives it back over to Laporo. Laporo going to try to get a little jumper there. She's being guarded by Mariah Martin, but there's going to be an offensive foul against Adams State. Stephanie Ruiz, a 5'9" guard there. She's going to get called for a little foul there as the ball will go back over to Dixie State. Coach J.D. Gustin walking up and down on the sideline. A little frustrated here as his girls are starting to struggle just a little bit as a double team is being thrown out by Adams State. Ball is getting back in. Van Camp is going to get a little layup there trying. It's not going to be good, but she's going to go to the line for 2 here as Dixie State still leads this game 19-5 here as we look at the replay. Good foul there by by Adams State to make sure Dixie State didn't get any more. Danielle Jimenez, the 5-foot redshirt sophomore guard out of San Antonio, Texas, now checks into the game for Adams State. Lisa Van Camp, and one of the 2 seniors on this team. She's a redshirt senior out of Morgan, Utah. She's been here for a long time. She says her experience here at Dixie State has changed her life and has given her a lot to think about for the rest of her life. And that's always a good thing. And looking at the screen here, Mariah Martin, Maddie Loftus, London Pavlica, Lisa Van Camp, and Morgan Myers are all on the floor for Dixie State. I'm going to try to get the 5 from Adams State. Here's Martin going to drive it all the way to the basket, and it's going to be good on that one. 23-5 here in this one is the lead for Dixie State over Adams State. They take a little they're going to take a quick 30-second timeout here. 2 minutes and 2 seconds left to go. Dixie State leading this one in a huge way, 23-5. We're also going to take a quick 30-second break here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Don't touch that dial.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. We're here live at Radio Dixie 91.3 in the beautiful campus of Dixie State University, where we have live coverage via web here right now as the Lady Trailblazers of Dixie State are taking on the Lady Grizzlies of Adams State in this one. Dixie State leading this game big time here, 23-5 is the score here just after 2 minutes here in this one in the first quarter. Big lead there by Dixie State. This is the largest lead they've had all season, as Adams State is going to have the ball coming out here in the inbound play here with 1:31 left to go. So I did ramble on there. There was some action going on. Adams State brought it down from their own end. They got the ball in. They had a little dice around there, and no bucket made there. As Dixie State's going to get the rebound here out of the inbound play. Yes. No. Let me take that back. Adams State's going to get this ball back out of another inbound play here. Number 22, Kiyoshi Harris, 5'8" out of Mansfield, Texas, now checks in the game for Adams State here. As I'll try to get you the starting five for both teams here on the floor already. Morgan Myers is going to get credit for a rebound there. She's going to give it on to Mariah Martin. Back over to Maddie Lomtis. 1 minute left to go on this one. Lomtis now at the top of the key. Gives it on to Morgan Myers. Myers tried to drive it. She tries to get out to Van Camp, and that didn't work. 50 seconds left to go on this one here at the first. Dixie State leads it 23-5 here in this one, as there's going to be an offensive foul called against Adams State. The ball is going to go back to Dixie State. 53.4 seconds left to go specifically on the clock here. Dixie State has all the momentum here as they're leading it by 18. Van Camp is going to get on the free throw line. Back over to Mariah Martinez. She's usually going to get a little jumper there. Straight to the basket. Now Dixie State leads it by 20. 25-5 here to go with 35 seconds left to go here in this first one here. As Beckel tried to do a couple moves around there. She tried to get away from Manny Lomtis. And Holland's going to drive all the way to the basket. She's going to be good there. And an and one is coming as the Dixie State men's basketball team is now entering the facility here, as I can see it on the screen. Excuse me. Let me take that back. Brooke Neal was the one that went all the way in. She got a bucket there. She missed her and one. 20 seconds left to go here in this one. So I've been all over the place with this broadcast. Martine now has it on her end of the court. Trying to do a little digging and trying to do a little dribbling as there's the seconds of the clock run off. Kelsey Stevenson now going to get it on a three. No good there. Rebound there by Adams State. Final seconds run off. 1 second. A little haymaker there by Adams State is not going to be good. 25-7 is the lead for Dixie State here. We're going to keep it here live here as we've been already to a little good amount of breaks here already, but we're going to keep it here live. 25-7 is the lead for Dixie State over Adams State. Here, let's check a little stats here. And this one, already a good game here by Dixie State. They have done not anything wrong here in this one. They're shooting 62%. They're shooting 62% from the field here. They're shooting 42% behind the line. Adams State has not made a three already. They have 4 attempts on that one, and Dixie State has 4-4 from the free throw line here. They're shooting the ball well, rebounding, passing the ball. Turnovers is in favor of Adams State. Not a good thing there. Dixie State already has a good amount of bench points coming off theirs. They are doing absolutely everything right in this one. They're playing the way I know this team plays, watching them all season, winning this game by 18. Everybody thinks should just be a cakewalk. Absolutely, it should be a cakewalk, but you never want to think down on your own opponent. Say, hey, we can just, take a night off. We already have an 18-point lead. We don't need to do nothing else. No, stay on the gas, stay on that pedal, keep driving it to them. Make sure you walk out of this game with a win. That is going to be the key to the Trailblazers win tonight and to keep their hopes alive, trying to get a good position in the RMAC here as they already come back from break here. Again, you're just tuning in tonight. Dixie State Lady Trailblazers are taking on Adams State Lady Grizzlies. In this one, 25-7 is their lead after 1 quarter. We got this game underway. 10 minutes are running off. Mariah Martin now has it. She's going to give it off to Kelsey Stevenson on the right side of the three. Back over to Lisa Van Camp, and she now has it on the free throw line. She lost it there for a second. She's back at the top of the key. Gives it over to Morgan Myers. Myers gives it out to Van Camp, and all little lazy bucket there. Layup, and it's good. Mariah Martin, Allie Franks, Morgan Myers, Kelsey Stevenson and Lisa Van Campen are the 5 on the floor for Dixie State. Don't know really the Adams State players, but I'm going to try to get those numbers and names as fast as I can. It looks like Zakea Beckles, Stephanie Ruiz, Marshall Hollins, Brooke Neal, and Lodini Laporo are all on the floor for Adams State here. Allie Frank's going to have it at the free throw line. Gives it back off to Brian Martin. Martin trying to get a little round over there by Ruiz. She does. She drives over the basket, and a blocking call is going to be fouled against Adams State. Marshall Hollins, the 5'5" guard out of Chanel View, Texas, is going to take the foul there. Brian Martin's going to go to the line shooting for 2. Martin been out of the game, was out earlier in the season with 2. She was out for about a week and a half with high ankle sprain. She suffered against MFC Denver. She knows she's now back in the starting lineup. I talked to the coaches this week and last week. They said her aggressiveness is not there yet. She's still working her way back from her injury. Obviously still bothering her, but her speed is there. I can see it tonight, but her aggressiveness to go to the basket is not there yet. She will get there, I promise you. If it's before the RMAC tournament, I can promise you that. As Adams State going to try to get a bucket here. Laporo's going to try to put it back up. She's good on that one. Laporo, first points of the afternoon. Again, 6'3" guard out of Guadalupe, France. Long way from home for her. Frank's going to try to give it on. No, she gives it back to Mariah Martin. Martin going to try to attempt a 3. No, that's not good. Rebound there by Morgan Meyer. She puts the little easy layup back up. No, that's not good. And the ball is going to go back to Adams State. A lot of sloppiness here to start off the second. A little bit more refined in the period before, with Adams State even leading the game by as much as they did. 29-11 is the lead here with 8:27 left to go. Hollins is going to bring it up for Adams State. She's going to give it off to Neal. Neal going to take a 3 on the right side. No good. Rebound there by Laporo. Laporo puts it back up. No good. Rebound her by again. And jump ball is going to be called. No, they're going to call a foul instead, I think. A lot of confusion here on the floor here, but I'll get it right here in just a minute. Cameron Moody's out on the floor, and Rochelle Blash is on the floor for Dixie State. Blash hasn't played that many minutes in the last few weeks, but it's good to see her back on the court as Zakega Beckles, the 5'8" guard out of Middle Section, New Jersey, puts it to an offensive foul against Adams State. So I'm going to focus more. 7:01 left to go here in this second. 29-16 is the lead for Dixie State over Adams State. 7 minutes left to go. Blash going to bring it up. She does a little dig and a little move there, but there's going to be an offensive call against Dixie State. And the ball is going to go back to Adams State as both teams just trade back and forth. Little fraction fouls here to give the ball back to the other team. So London Pavlik is now going to check back into the game. She takes Rochelle Blizzard out. Beckles going to bring it up now. Beckles going to get a little screen there by Laporo. Laporo gets it back off to Beckles now. She's going to try a little jumper. No good there. Rebound there by Dixie State. Pavlik is going to bring it down. Pavlik trying to make her own little thing here. She tries to do her little own thing. Now back over to Mooney. Mooney now gives London Pavlik a little screen there. Back over to Allie Franks. Franks just checks into the game for Dixie State. Franks going to take a little 3 there. No good. Rebound there by Adams State. They're going to bring the ball up now. 6:14 left to go here in this one. Adams State brings it up. Laporo now has it. She gives it off to Beckles over to Collins. Collins tried to take a little jumper there. No good there. Rebound there by Dixie State. Cameron Mooney's going to get credit for the rebound. Gets it back off to London Pavlik. Pavlik going to pass over to Manny Lontis. Lontis going to drive it all the way to the basket. No, she's on the free throw line there. No good. She's not going to take a bucket there. Now pass it back over to London Pavlik. Pavlik going to drive it all the way to the basket, and it's good there. Bucket good there. 31-16 is the lead. Back up to 15. 31-16 is the lead here in this one. This is still the early stages of this quarter here. So we're kind of getting down to the midpoint of this one here. Adams State now going to bring it up. Beckles. Pass it over to Hollins. Hollins going to go on the right side of the screen. Now pass it over to Mercer. Mercer now checks to the game. She's a 6'1" guard out of Spring Creek, Nevada. Mercer going to try to roll away the basket. No, she loses there. London Pavlik is going to get the rebound. Pavlik going to bring it up now. She passes over to Manny Lontis for an open 3. Yes. That's a good one there. 34-16 with 4:46 left to go in this one. Laporo going to give back off to Beckles. Beckles going to bring it up. She has Stephanie Ruiz on the open three. She's going to take a shot there. No good. Early shot in the quarter there. Not really sure that was the right idea there, but that was her idea. Not good there. Rebound there by Dixie State. Dixie State's going to bring it up now. They have all the momentum in the world here. 34-16 is their lead with just a few minutes left to go on this one. Just a few minutes in this one. 4:30 left to go on this one. And a timeout is going to be called. It's going to be the media timeout on this one. Right as soon as we get back here, we're going to take a quick 60-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Don't touch that dial.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. Here in this one, 34-16 is the lead for Dixie State over Adams State here. In this one, we have 4:46 left to go in this one. My apologies, I'm looking at a couple things here. Anyway, back to the action here in this one. 34-16 is the lead for Dixie State over Adams State here. Live coverage of this one here as we get back to the coverage here, and it's going to be it is so far a good one here. If you're just tuning in here to this one here, 34-16 again, as I keep emphasizing here, is the lead for Dixie State over Adams State on this one. As I'm all over the place tonight. 34-18 is the lead now. 4:40 left to go here in this one. Mariah Martin going to bring it down for Dixie State. Now back in the zone. Martin over to Allie Franks. Franks got a little screen there by Lisa Van Camp. Van Camp got the rebound there. Give it back over to Morgan Myers. Back over to Mariah Martin. Back over to Morgan Myers. No, back over to Van Camp. Van Camp got to take a little jumper. No good there. Rebound there of Adams State. Number 5, Savannah Jerngier out of Almorosa, Colorado. She got the rebound there. Kiyoshi Harris tries to drive all the way to the basket. That's not good. She gives it over to Marshall. Back over to Neal. Neal going to take a little three on the right side. No good there. Rebound there of Allie Franks of Dixie State. Over to Mariah Martin. Martin going to bring it down now. Gives out to Lisa Van Camp. Van Camp in the middle of the court. And she's going to get called for a travel there. Lisa Van Camp got the ball there. She was looking for a foul call. Did not get it. And now the ball is going to be with Adams State. 3:50 left to go here in this one. 34-18 is the lead for Dixie State. It's the largest lead of the afternoon. 16 points. Excuse me, no, let me take that back. It was 20-point lead earlier. As the ball is going to go back to Adams State here. Central Gregory out of Houston, Texas, junior out of West Side High School. Starting to see a trend with this team as there's a lot of players from Texas and Colorado, one player from Nigeria and one player from France for Adams State on this very diverse team. As there's going to be a shot clock violation against Adams State, and the ball is going to go back to Dixie State. Not a lot of that on Dixie State roster. A lot of them, obviously a lot from them from Utah or from London Pavlico, the only one from Nevada, and of course Allie Franks from California. A lot of in-state recruiting for Dixie State as Dixie State's going to turn the ball over there. Harris driving all the way to the basket. She launched it there for a second, and the ball's going to stay with Adams State. A little bit more in-state recruiting for Dixie State, more than trying to go outside of their own state lines. Not a lot of that, but Coach J.D. Gustin says more of that out-of-state recruiting will come when Dixie State goes to D1 in a couple years. And there's going to be a blocking foul called against Dixie State. Brooke Neal was driving the ball there. It looks like they're going to call that against. Looks like they're going to call against Morgan Myers. Morgan Myers is going to take a seat. Allie Franks now checks into the game. Adams State trying to get the inbound here. They do. Over to Neal. Neal trying to make her own shot. She goes up with it. No good there. Rebound there by Kelsey Stevenson. Stevenson now gives out to Mariah Martin. Back over to London Paviga. Paviga tried to drive there for a second. No, she won't. She's trying to do it again. She won't, and there'll be a foul called against Adams State. And it's going to be an inbound play for Dixie State. Martine going to inbound in here. She gives off to London Paviga. Paviga inside the paint. Gives out to Martine. Martine does a little simple layup there, and it's good. 36-18 here. Leads up to 18. As Harris can drive immediately all the way to the basket. She takes a little step back there. She gives it back out to Neal. No good there. Rebound there by Kelsey Stevenson again. Martine got the ball now. She's going to bring it up. She has London Paviga on open on the right side. She gives it out to Paviga. Paviga going to try to drive it now. She back over to Kelsey Stevenson. Kelsey Stevenson back over to Mariah Martine. Martine going to drive it now. She launched it there for a second. She's going to try to drive it all the way. Now give it off to London Paviga. Lisa Van Campbell. Van Campbell going to go all the way to the bucket. No good there. 2 minutes left to go here in this one here. 36-18 is the lead for Dixie State over Adams State. As Harris going to try to drive over the back. She does a little wraparound. No good there. Blocked out of the air by Allie Franks. Mariah Martine now has it. London Paviga back over to Mariah Martine as I slow down and try to catch up. Over to Allie Franks. She's at the top of the key. Back over to Mariah Martine. Back over to Lisa Van Campen. Back over to Martine. Back over to Kelsey Stevens. She's on the free throw line. Over to Lisa Van Campen. Van Campen good with that. 38-18 is the lead for Dixie State over Adams State. 1:25 left to go on this one. Beckles gets a little screen there by Hollins. Hollins going to try to put it up now. No. And there's going to be a foul called against Lisa Van Campen. As the lead is still 38-18. That's the largest lead of the afternoon. 1:12 left to go. No good on that one by Adams State. Number 20, Madison Marshall, the 6'1 forward out of Spring Creek, Nevada. 0 for 1 there. She lines it up again. She's good on the second. 1 for 2 there. 38-19 tonight. The lead's now out to 19. 1:12 left to go. Martine gets a little screen there by Cameron Mooney, who now checks into the game. Mooney over to Kelsey Stevenson. Stevenson now has it, and there's going to be a foul called against number 4, Danelle Jimenez of Adams State. Stevenson going to inbound it here. Gives it out to Mariah Martine. Martine gets a little screen there by Allie Franks. Franks gets a little screen there by Cameron Mooney. Mooney over to Kelsey Stevenson. Back over to Allie Franks. Franks going to try to drive it, and it's good there. Hard, tough bucket there by Allie Franks. She puts the lead up to 21, 40-19 with 30 seconds left to go in this second. Beckles trying to find a lane to drive. She can't find one. 25 seconds left to go. Beckles over to Jimenez. Jimenez try to get on to Harris. Harris still has it. She tries a little jumper over and Allie Franks. No good on that one. London Paviga's are going to get the rebound. There's 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock and the game clock. Frank's going to try to drive in. She takes a hard foul. 6.6 seconds left to go, and she's going to go to the line. London Paviga finding Allie Franks on that one was a good job. But Allie Franks fell to the floor really hard on that one. She looks to be all right. Franks going to take one there. She's good on the first. 41-19. She's been on the line to this afternoon so far. She's 2 for 2 at the line now. She's 3 for 3. Martine gonna line it up again. Allie Franks, good on the second. 42-19 is the lead. 6.6 seconds left to go here. As Adams State's gonna push it up. Beckles trying to get it out to Ruiz. Ruiz gonna try to take a three. No good there. 42-19. This one is starting to turn out to an immensely blowout one here in Almarosa, Colorado. We're gonna take a quick 3-minute timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. When we return, we're going to have the halftime show here on Radio Dixie 91.3.
The following message is brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
91.3. It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff, St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. here live in St. George, Utah, on the beautiful campus of Dixie State, where we have live coverage of Dixie State Lady Trailblazers versus the Lady Grizzlies of Adams State here. And we are at halftime already here in this one. 42-19 is the lead for Dixie State over Adams State. And woof, it is starting to get ugly out there on that floor. This one's going to be a real quick one in the second half. I don't expect that too much of a turmoil or a lapse of time. This one should be over just in time for the men's game. I guarantee you on that one. 42-19. I don't expect Dixie State to get to about 80 points, but I expect Coach J.D. Gustin to get to about 70 points by the end of tonight to make a statement of a win over over Adams State in time prepare for his game against for his team to go up against Fort Lewis tomorrow, who they lost to last couple weeks ago. They're going to be looking for some revenge in that one. Definitely, that is going to be some good games to be matched up later in this one. Let's check out some of the stats here in this one already. Dixie State shooting from the field. They're shooting a 58% from the field. They're shooting 15-26 from the field. That is the good percentage. That is their best percentage at the half this season so far. They're usually shooting around 30%. They improved on that one just a little bit today. But the three-point shots, again, are not falling tonight. They're 4 of 10 from the line. That's good for 40%. They're struggling there just a little bit. They're going to have to get back into it. I believe they will. I believe their shooting will come together in the second half, but I don't think it's going to be that exponential. But I definitely expect their shooting to get better in this second half. Looking at the stats for Adams State, they're shooting the ball 7 of 30, only good for 20% in that one. 7 of 35 is their shooting percentage in that one. Then from the three-point line, they're only good for 1 of 9. That's good for 11% on the night so far. They are struggling absolutely everywhere on the floor. They're not able to buy a shot, to get a shot. Everything's not going right for them in that one. Look at the free throw percentages. Dixie State is perfect, 8 for 8 from the line. That's good for absolutely 100%, while Adams State is 4 of 6 from the line. That's good for 67% on that one. Look at the rebound numbers. They're not that much different. Dixie State is leading the rebound numbers 22-18. 10 rebounds, 10 offensive rebounds for Adams State, 3 offensive for Dixie State, 19 defensive rebounds for Dixie State to Adams State, 8 rebounds. Now, diving into this first half just to look at what I see so I can translate that back to you guys. Here in this one, it has been sloppy from Adams State. They cannot buy a shot. They're getting their offense together. Yes, they are. But when they're shooting the ball, when they're trying to drive the ball, when they're trying to do any of that type of sort, it is not going well for them at all in that one. They cannot get anything going. It is all over the place with them. So they're going to have to try to regroup, re-rack, refocus in the second half. It is going to be very important for them to do that in that one. For Dixie State, everything's going absolutely perfect. You cannot start a game better than this. Adams State and Dixie State are playing so much different than they were a couple weeks ago. A couple weeks ago, Dixie State was trailing Adams State in that one. They were trailing as much as 12 in that one. They're all over the place with that one. They could not get a shot together. They had to get everything together in the second half. But in this one, Dixie State has jumped all over Adams State, and they have not let the gas pedal off at all. They're staying on it so far through this one so far, and it's perfect. I said before in the pregame, and I'll say it again, Dixie State can keep playing the way they are tonight. They're trying to crash the boards. They're trying to use all the offensive rebounds they can get, all the offensive momentum they have. They're trying to create their own shots. They're passing the ball a little bit better tonight. It is all going well for Dixie State. My only thing is, and I've said it all year long, if Dixie State can do the same thing when it comes to playing like that against everybody. I mean, they have 11 assists tonight on the lead. They have led this game as much as by 23. They're shooting the ball perfectly. They can't shoot the ball any better from the field. Yes, they're shooting the ball a little worse from the three-point line, but you can live with that. The way you're shooting from the field, my God. They're buying shots all over the place and they're going down. Dixie State, if they could just play like this all season long, what a tremendous turnaround for this program would it be. Coach J.D. Gustin is in the right direction. Obviously, a winning record so far for the Lady Trailblazers this season. Last season, they ended on a losing streak. They were 12-15. This season, already matching the win margin from the last season. You already had 12 wins on the year. What a possibility if you win out for 5 more wins. That would put you at 17 wins for the season. And that would be a +5 in the win margin from what you did last season. So for Dixie State to shoot this well, I hope and I pray to God, please God, let them shoot like this. Let them play like this for the rest of the season. It is going to be a big-time help for the Dixie State Trailblazers to go on with the rest of the season. If they play like this, they're going to see a lot more of a style of game. They're going to play a lot better. They're going to be absolutely on top of everything and be perfect. I'm talking about so perfect it's not even funny. They're going to be playing that way, and it's just going to be such a big help for the Lady Trailblazers this season. We're going to take another 2-minute timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. When we come back, second half adjustments, players to watch in the second half. That's all coming up here on the halftime show here on Radio Dixie 91.3.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff, St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. Here live in St. George in Radio Dixie 91.3 on the beautiful campus of Dixie State University. Good. It just feels good to be back in the studio tonight. Here we have Dixie State Lady Trailblazers going up against the Lady Grizzlies of Adams State. So far tonight, Dixie State immensely taking over this game inch by inch by inch by inch, not even thinking twice about it. They're leading this game by 23 points. Excuse me, my apologies. They are leading this game by 23 points, the largest lead of this afternoon. They're all over the place. They cannot do anything wrong. They are doing absolutely everything perfect in every sense of the word. They're playing their hearts out, and it's good to see Dixie State Lady Trailblazers play like that all season. It is finally good to see a team play this well in this game tonight. Obviously, if you're just tuning in, 42-19 is the lead here for Dixie State. They led this game as much as by 20 in the first half. They led this thing by 18 at the end of the first. They're leading this game 25-7, and that was a huge start for the Lady Trailblazers in that one. And then it just kept eating up. They're leading this one by 23 already at the half with about 2 minutes left to go until the start of the second half. Dixie State cannot do anything wrong. They're shooting the ball 57% from the field, 15-26 from the field for that one. The field goal percentage, 3-point. They're 4 of 10 behind the line, 40%. Not the best percentage for them, but they're going to get those numbers up definitely even more. And 8 for 8 from the free throw line. That's good for 100%. Perfect for the afternoon. Perfect. And then for the rebound numbers, 22 rebounds for Dixie State, 18 rebounds for Adams State. In this one, Adams State not shooting the ball well at all. They're 7 of 35 from the field. That's only good for 20%. Adams State is shooting 1 for 9 behind the line. That's only good for 11%. Offensive rebounds, they do have 10 offensive rebounds, but they have not been able to use any of that momentum on the glass to turn wins over, to get bigger and to kind of eat up in this half here. And they've not been able to do it, and it's not going well for Dixie State at all in this one. But definitely something for Dixie State to work off. More focus on Dixie State. Dixie State is doing absolutely everything perfect. They're shooting the ball well. They're passing the ball well. They're creating their own shots immensely in a good position every day. This is working out for them in their own favor. As this is the last road trip, for this team this season. They're going to go up against Fort Lewis tomorrow. We're going to have that game live here on Radio Dixie 91.3 as well. That's going to be at 5 o'clock, so stick around for that one later tomorrow. After this one between the Lady Trailblazers and the Grizzlies, we're going to have the men's games on, Dixie State versus Adams State. That's going to be a good one as Dixie State men's team comes into this one on an 8-game winning streak. Deja vu to anybody, as they ended last season on a 16-game winning streak and went on to win the RMAC tournament. They were perfect in that one as well. So you can add on the 3 games with the RMAC with the Pac West tournament as well. So that was 20. They went on a 16-game winning streak. They ended the season with a 19-game winning streak going into the March Madness. They were bounced out of the first round of that one, but that was how it went in that one. But here, in this one this year, maybe we can go on the same run, maybe not. Maybe I'm giving them the announcer jinx right here already before this game can even get underway. They're on an 8-game winning streak if they were to win out from here on out, they would have 13 wins, and to win the 3 games in the RMAC tournament would give them 16 wins to go into the March Madness tournament. Maybe they can do that, maybe not. We'll see how it goes later tonight. But let's get this one underway between Dixie State and Adams State here. And this one, as we have the final minutes roll off here. 10, 9, 8, 5 seconds left to go here on this halftime clock. But no matter what, we're going to keep you up to date here on this one throughout the night with a play-by-play. Thanks to your truly, Martin Kelly here on Radio Dixie 91.3. 42-19 is the lead here. Allie Frank is going to inbound it over to Mariah Martin. Looks like Allie Franks, Mariah Martin, Morgan Myers, Kelsey Stevenson, and Lisa Van Camp in the starting 5 out there for Dixie State. The same starting 5 out they had earlier in this one. Stevenson now has it back over to Morgan Myers. Myers is going to drive it on the right side all the way to the basket. No, she gives out to Lisa Van Camp, and good on a little easy layup there in that one. 44-19 is the lead now. It's up to 25. Beckles going to try to give it out to Ruiz. Ruiz going to take a little jumper there, and that's good. 44-21. Same starting 5 out for both teams is how they're going to go. Martin going to bring it out. Gives it out to Van Campen. Van Campen over to Kelsey Stevenson. Back over to Van Campen. Back over to Mariah Martin. Martin. Couldn't try to drive it all the way. No, there. No good there. Beckles not going to keep it. Beckles going to bring it out. 44-21 is the lead here. 9 minutes left to go here in this third. Marshall did a little traveling there of Adams State, and the ball is going to go back to Dixie State. 8:59 left to go on this one. Martin going to bring it down. 44-21 is the lead here again for Dixie State. That's good for 23 points. Kelsey Stevenson gives out to Lisa Van Camp. Back over to Morgan Myers. Myers thought about taking a 3. No, gives out to Lisa Van Camp. Back over to Ryan Martin. It did not work, and it's going to stay with Dixie State. Martin going to bring it down. She had 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Martin almost lost it there for a second. Gives it out to Allie Franks. Franks going to take a little jumper, and that's good. 46-21. The lead is now up to 8:25 with 8:20 left to go here. Beckles going to drive it all the way for Adams State. She gets it back out to Ruiz. Ruiz going to try to drive it all the way. No. She gives out to Noel. Noel going to take a little 3, and that's good. Excuse me, Neal. Brooke Neal going to take a 3 there, and that was good. 22-point lead is now what it is, 46-24. 8 minutes left to go here in the third. Blanchard gives out to Franks. Franks over to Stevenson. Stevenson back over to Franks. Back over to Van Campen. Van Campen. Thought about taking a shot. No good. Almost turned it over there by Stevenson. Kept the ball. Back over to Van Campen. Van Campen going to get a little easy layup. No, that's not good, but the ball's going to stay with Dixie State. As Neal and Marshall went up for the rebound, and it did not work. Martin going to inbound it here for Dixie State. Gives out to Allie Franks. Franks going to take a little jumper. No good there. Rebound there by Lisa Van Camp. She's going to put an easy layup there, and it's good. 48-24. The lead is now up to 24. 7:30 left to go here in the second. Beckles gives out to Ruiz. Ruiz going to try to drive it all the way to the basket. No, she takes a little step back. She gives it back off to Harris. Harris going to try to drive it all the way. No. Gets it back out to Ruiz. Ruiz going to try to drive it all the way. No good. She puts a little simple layup, and that's good. Ruiz gun on her third bucket of the afternoon. Martin going to bring it up for Dixie State. Dixie State. Van Campen. Thought about taking a shot. No, she gave it out to Stevenson. Back over to Van Campen. Back over to Franks. Franks over to Van Campen. Van Campen going to drive it all the way to the basket. No, she lost it there for a second. Scramble on the floor for it. And still a scramble on the floor for it. And it looks like there's going to be a jump ball. No, there's going to be a foul called against. There's going to be No, it's going to be a foul called against Dixie State, and the ball's going to go back to Adams State. 6:48 left to go on this one. Neal got the ball now. She's going to try to drive all the way to the basket. She puts it up. No good there, but she's going to get a foul call there against Mariah Martin. Brooke Neal is going to go to the bucket. Looking here at the replay. There's nothing there. The refs are just calling off a motion. A little flopping there, a little flopping by Brooke Neal, but she sold it perfectly. Neal good on the 1-for-1. Starting off, she has one more. London Pavlica now checks into the game. So I'm talking very quietly and softly. Neal not good on the second. Martine gonna bring it up now. Martine tries to get a little screen there by Kelsey Stevenson. It's not gonna work. Kelsey Stevenson gonna give it on to Lisa Van Camp. She tried to go for a bucket. That's not good. Kiyoshi Harris now checks to the game. She has the ball now. Neal gonna try to drive it all the way. No, it's not good. And Lisa Van Camp is gonna get called for a foul. And Brooke Neal's gonna go back to the line. Brooke Neal, the senior out of Blue Springs, Missouri, is 1 for 2 at the line this afternoon. Neal's good on the first. Maddie Loftus now checked to the game. On the second is good. 48 to 29. The lead is now up to 19. Martine trying to drive a little bit. She gives it out to London Pavica. Back over to Maddie Loftus. She's open on the left side. No good. Adams State's going to push it up now. Beckel gives it out to Harris. Harris going to drive it all the way to the basket. No good there. Rebound there by Mariah Martine. Martine going to bring it up now. She gives it out to Stevenson. Stevenson almost lost it. Back over to Loftus. Back over to Franks. Back over to Mariah Martine. The ball is being passed around like a hot potato. No good there by Mariah Martine. 48 to 29. 5:20 left to go here in this one. Harris going to try to drive away the basket. And now another foul is going to be called against London Pavica. And again, there was nothing there. It was just off the motion. 3 back-to-back fouls against called as I fumble my words here, called against Dixie State on 3 drives by Adams State. Let's see what they can do with it. Ruiz inbounds it. Back over to Harris. Back over to Beckel. Beckel gives it out to Harris. She's in the inside of the paint. No good there. Maggie Loftus gives it off to Allie Franks. Franks all the way to the bucket. She's good on that one. She gives off a little easy layup there. 50 to 29. 5:10 left to go. Beckel over to Ruiz. She's on the left side of the 3. She's going to take a 3, and that's good. 50 to 32. The lead is now being cut down to 18. 4:50 left to go here in the third. Martine gets a little screen there by Allie Franks. Martine going to try to drive it on the right side. She turned the ball over there. Adams State's going to get the ball back. Beckel racing up down the court. She goes all the way. Another foul is going to be called. A lead of 23 has been cut down to 18 so far in this one. And we are going to take a quick timeout. We have reached the media timeout here in this one. 4:43 left to go on this third one here. 50 to 32. The lead is now down to only 18 here on this one between Dixie State and Adams State. We're going to take a quick 60-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Be right back with more.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. Here live at Radio Dixie 91.3 station here at Dixie State University, as we have live coverage of Dixie State University Lady Trailblazers versus the Adams State Lady Grizzlies here in this one. 4:43 left to go on this one here. Dixie State leads over Adams State 50 to 32 with Zakia Beckel as the 5'8" guard out of Middlesex, New Jersey, taking some shots here already. She's going to be taking some free throw shots, and she's good on the first. Wow. And Beckel's good on both. 50 to 34, the lead has been cut down to 16. Martine going to bring it out of there. She almost lost it for a second, and is going to stay with Dixie State. A lead of 23 has now been cut down to 16 with 4:41 left to go here in the third. Adams State fighting back just a little bit. It's London Pavica, Morgan Myers, Kelsey Stevenson, Cameron Mooney, and Maddie Loftus. Cameron Mooney's going to get a little easy bucket there. 52 to 34 is the lead now, up to 18. Beckles push it over to Ruiz. Ruiz try to give it back off. She gave it off to Harris. Harris going to take a little jumper. No good there. Morgan Myers pass over to London Pavica. Back over to Kelsey Stevenson. Stevenson back over to Pavica. Pavica gets a little screen there by Cameron Mooney. Pavica back over to Manny Loftus. Loftus going to take a 3 there. No good there. Rebound there of Adams State. Harris going to bring it up now. She's racing up down the court. She gives it off to Doris. Doris back over to Ruiz. Ruiz back over to Harris. Harris going to take a deep 3, and that's good. 52-37. The lead of 18 has been cut down to 15. 3:30 left to go here in the third. Martine going to push it up. And gets a foul call there. Maddie Doris, the 6'1 junior fresh forward out of Weatherford, Texas, getting called for her first foul of the afternoon. Inbound play is going to be called here. 52-37 with 3:25 left to go here in this one. Pavlica going to inbound. Gives out to Van Camp. Van Camp good with a bucket and one. Van Camp now checked into the game here. Lisa Van Camp and Rochelle Blanchard in, and they took, I believe, Allie Franks. And it looks like May Loftus off the floor. Van Camp is going to go to the line now. Van Campen, good for the 1-and-1. 54-55-37, leads back out to 18. 55-37 left to go. 3:20 left to go here in the third. Beckles going to bring it up. She gives it off to Harris. Harris going to try to drive on the right side. She shoots it up. No good there. Rebound there by Karen Mooney. Mooney gives it on to Pavlica. Pavlica going to push it up immediately. Back over to Kelsey Stevenson. Back over to London Pavlica. Pavlica get a little screen there by Karen Mooney. Back over to Maddie Loftus. Michelle Blash. Blash is going to take a three, and that's good. 58-37. The lead is back up to 21. 2:50 left to go here in the third. Ruiz. Back over to Harris. Back over to Beckles. Back over to Marshall. Marshall. Back over to Ruiz. Ruiz going to take a deep three at the top of the key. No, that's not good. Rebound there of Lisa Van Campen. Gives it on to Michelle Blanchard. Back over to London Pavlica. Back over to Lisa Van Camp. Van Camp going to take a deep three at the top of the key. No good there. Rebound there of Adams State. Harris going to bring it up. She passes it over to Beckles. Beckles over to Ruiz. Ruiz does a little move inside. No good there. She gets her own rebound. No good there on that one either. Michelle Blanchard going to bring it up now. Blanchard gets stuck in a double team. The ball's going to go back to Adams State. Gregory gives it on to Ruiz for a three, and that's good. 50-40, 58-40. The lead is now down to 18. 1:50 left to go here in this one. Pavka over to Mooney. Mooney back over to Van Camp. Van Camp thought about taking three. She lost it there for a second there. And a turnover there by Anna State. Neal's going to bring it all the way up, and that's good on that one. 58-42. Brooke Neal with an easy little layup there. Pavlica's going to bring it up now. Pavlica's going to try to drive it all the way to basket. She on the charge. She got blocked there. Harris blocked her shot in the middle of nowhere. 1:13 left to go. 58-42. The lead is up to 16. Neal going to take, Ruiz took a three. That was not good. London Pavlica now has the ball now. Rochelle Blanchard pushed it up, and that's good on that little bucket there by London Pavlica. 60-42 with 58 seconds left to go here in this one. 55 seconds left to go in the third. This game's been all over the place here this afternoon. Ruiz going to give it off to Harris. Harris going to take a deep three. No good there. Rebound there by Karen Mooney. And the ball's going to go back to Dixie State. Not sure why. There was a whistle blown. Doesn't look like any foul is called. Needless to say, everybody's okay. Michelle Blanchard almost lost it there for a second. She gets it back over to London Pavlica. No, that doesn't work. Turnover there by Adams State. Ruiz going to take another deep three, and that's good. 60-45. The lead's down to 15. 25 seconds left to go. Pavlica pushes it up. She turns the ball over again. 20 seconds left to go. The lead's up to 15. Ruiz thought about taking a three. No. She gives it on to Marshall. Marshall going to take a little good jumper there. No good there. Pavlica going to try to get it up the court. She does. Half court. 8 seconds left to go. Pavlica almost turns it over. She gets a little screener by Karen Mooney. Gives it on to Lisa Van Camp. Van Camp got to do something, and she will not be able to. 60-45. A lead of 23 coming out of the half has been cut down to only 15. But nevertheless, that is a little dangerous for Dixie State as they had a sloppy third quarter there. We're going to take a quick 60-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Be right back with more.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. here as we're live in the St. George area at Dixie State University with live coverage of Dixie State Lady Trailblazers versus the Adams State Lady Grizzlies here in this one. 60-45, the lead is up to 15 here as the fourth quarter is about to get started. 10 minutes have been put back up on the count in this one. Dixie State, again, if you're just tuning in, led by as much as 23 at the half. They led by 42-19, and Adams State has fought their way back into this one, has tried to eat more up into this lead of Dixie State, but they've not been able to do it. They've only gotten up to just about 7 points eaten into that margin. Ryan Martine's going to bring it up now. Martine, Pavica, Stevenson, Franks, and Van Kampen are on the 5 on the floor. Martine gets a little screen there by Stevenson. Van Kampen, Ryan Martine turned it over. Harris got the turnover now. Ruiz going to try to drive it all the way to the bucket. And a turnover is going to be called against Adams State. There was a traveling call against Adams State there. So I'm losing track of all my wording here tonight. Martine's going to bring it up for Dixie State. London Pavica going to try to take a three here, and that's good. London Pavica makes the lead up to 18 here with 9:20 left to go here in the fourth. 9:15 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 36-45, the lead's up to 18. Harris trying to make a little move against London Pavica. Ball gets over to Ruiz. Back over to Ginger. Ginger lost it there. Back over to Ruiz. Ruiz going to try to drive over the bucket, and that's good. 63-47, the lead is now down to 16. Martine going to try to bring it up half court. She does. She gets double teamed there for a second. She gives it out to Allie Franks. Franks over to London Pavica. Pavica gets a little screen there by Allie Franks. Back over to Ryan Martine. Martine over to Allie Franks. Franks going to take a three. No good there. Rebound there by Adams State. Adams State's going to bring it up now. Ruiz has it. She's on the left side of the three. Back over to Beckles. Give it back over to Ruiz. Little screen there by Beckles. Ruiz going to try to drive. She lost it there for a second. Beckles is going to get it back. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. No good there. Rebound there by Harris of Adams State. Harris trying to put it back up. No good there, but a foul is going to be called. Lisa Van Kampen is going to get called for her third foul of the afternoon. 63-47. Harris is going back to the line. She's good for the 1-for-1. Kiasha Harris out of Mansfield, Texas. She's good. She's good on her shot. 8 minutes left to go here in the fourth. Martine over to Pavica. Thought about taking a jumper, no. Over to Morgan Myers, back over to Ryan Martine. Martine loses there for a second. Martine gonna drive it all the way. No, gives off to Lisa Van Kampen. She puts a little easy layup, good, and that's good. 65-49, 7:38 left to go here. Tries to drive it, no good there. Ruiz now has it. Ruiz tries to get on to Marshall, not good with that one. Hollins, she lost it there for a second. Hollins tries it all the way, and it's good on that one. Gives out to London Pavica. Pavica going to push it up. She gives out to Morgan Myers. Myers lost it there for a second. No, gives it back off to Allie Franks, and that's good. 67-51, 6:50 left to go here in this one. Fourth quarter here for Dixie State. They're trying to get a 13th win of the season. Ruiz going to take a three. No good. London Pavica's going to get the rebound. Back over to Allie Franks. Franks has a deep three open there. No good. Rebound there by Lisa Van Kampen. She puts it up, and that's good. 69-51. 6:20 left to go here in this one. And a timeout is going to be called by Dixie State of Adams. Again, Adams State's going to call a timeout here. They're going to take a quick 60-second timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. We're going to take a 60-second timeout as well. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks here on Radio Dixie 91.3.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3. We're here live at Radio Dixie 91.3 on the beautiful campus of Dixie State here. 6:18 left to go here in the fourth. 69-51 is the lead for Dixie State over Adams State here. 6:19 left to go in the fourth quarter, the final quarter of the afternoon here. Dixie State has had control of this game all night long here, and they're trying to finish it off, trying to get the 13th win of the season here before they have to go up against Fort Lewis tomorrow. It is going to be a good one with that one. We're going to have live coverage of that one. But back to our game here so far this afternoon between Adams State and Dixie State. Adams State has had somewhat of success here in the second half, but not enough to get into this lead of Dixie State, who's had the lead all this afternoon here in this one. Hollins now has the ball for Adams State. She gives out to Ruiz. She's on the left side of the three. Back over to Hollins. Hollins going to try to drive it all the way. Yes, good on that one. 69-53. Franks now tries to inbound it. She gives it out to London Pavica. Back over to Mariah Martin. Martin going to try to get over half-court line. She gives it back over to London Pavica. Back over to Mariah Martin. Back over to Kelsey Stevenson. Stevenson going to try to take a three. No. She's going to pass it off to London Pavica. Pavica going to try to drive away the bucket. No, she gives it back out to Kelsey Stevenson. Stevenson back over to Allie Franks. Franks going to take a three. Yes. 72-53. The lead is almost up to 20 again. The lead is now up to 19. 5:28 left to go here in this one. Back goes, passes over to Ruiz. Ruiz going to take a three. No good there. Rebounded there by Mariah Martin. 5:18 left to go in this one. 72-53. Dixie State has had the lead almost up to 23 this afternoon. Let's see if they can get it any more. Kelsey Stevenson going to take a three. No good there. Rebounded there by London Pavica. Pavica going to try to drive it. No. Mariah Martin. Martin over to Kelsey Stevenson. Stevenson going to get a little screen there by, Mariah Martin, and no good on that one. Foul is going to be called against Dixie State. It's Lisa Van Campen on that one there with 4:48 left to go in this one. And it looks like the media timeout is going to be called. We're going to take a quick 30 seconds timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3. And right after this, we'll have the final conclusion of this one. There's 4:48 left to go on this one here. Don't touch that dial. Dixie State over Adams State here in the final minutes of the fourth quarter here on Radio Dixie 91.3.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3 here live in the studio tonight at 91.3 station here. No good there. Radio Dixie 72-55. The ball is pushed up. Hair's going to come all the way. No. But Mariah Martinez is going to be called for a foul. And Kiyoshi Harris is going to go back to the line. Martin on her second foul of the afternoon. 4:11 left to go here in the fourth. Harris shoots it and it's good. 72-56. The lead is now up to 16. Harris on the second, and that's a good one as well. Franks is going to inbound it here. Gives it on to Mariah Martin. Martin going to bring it up. Air pass half court. She gets a little screen there by Allie Franks over to Maddie Loftus. Loftus now checks into the game. Tries to feed over to Lisa Van Campen. It works. Van Campen going to get the bucket up. No good on that one, but there's going to be a foul called with 3:57 left to go on this one. An inbound play is coming up for Dixie State. Martin going to inbound it. Gives out to Lisa Van Campen. Van Campen does a little screen over there. She's going to get a little easy layup, and that's good. 74-57 with 3:40 left to go here. Collins gives out to Ruiz. Ruiz going to try to drive it all the way. No. Neal going to try to drive it. No. Gives it out to Harris. Harris drives it all the way, and that's good. She gets a little easy layup there over Lisa Van Campen. 74-59. The lead is up to that with 3:30 left to go. Mariah Martin gives on to Maddie Loftus. Loftus thought about driving it. No. She gives out to Mariah Martin. Martin over to London Pavica. Pavica back at the top of the key. She gets a little screener by Allie Franks. Pavica can try to drive it. No, she almost lost it there for a second. 7 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Maddie Loftus going to take a three at the top of the key. That shot was blocked. Harris going to try to bring it up now. Harris going to take a little jumper. No good there. Rebound there by London Pavica. Pavica going to bring it down. She's probably going to take a little breather here. They've been running up and down the court all afternoon. 2:50 left to go. Pavica at the top of the key gives it off to Allie Franks. Franks over to London Pavica. Now Mariah Martinez has an open three. No good there. Rebounded there by Lisa Van Kampen. But they're going to call over the back against Lisa Van Kampen. The ball is going to go to Adams State with 2:39 left to go in this one. Mariah Martinez an open three there. She could not connect on that one. And the ball is going to go back to Dixie State. Go back to Adams State. Lisa Van Kamp's going to take a breather there. Dixie State has a 74-59 lead, a 15-point lead here with 2:30 left to go in this one. Jimenez against Martin. Now Ruiz has it against Martin. Ruiz trying to do a little jumper. Good at the free throw line. No. Rebound there by Mariah Martin herself. 2:15 left to go here in this one. Martin trying to do a little move. Gets it on to Morgan Myers. Back over to London Pavica. Pavica is going to get a foul called against Adams State, and there's going to be an inbound play. 2:07 left to go in this one. As much as I can see on Coach J.D. Gustin as they show him for a quick second there, as much as he likes the fact that his girls are up here, Sunday Pavica has the ball now. She gives on to Mariah Martin. A little jumper there. No. London Pavica now takes a jumper, and that's good. As much as Coach J.D. Gus is happy about the fact that his girls are leading at this point in this one, he hopes this game gets over with. There's only 1:45 left to go in this one, and he can pack it up and go to bed. He's frustrated with this game. As much as the girls are leading, a lot of bad calls being called against Dixie State tonight. As Neo's going to get a good bucket there. 76-61 leads up to 15 yet again. 1:30 left to go here in the fourth. Martin going to bring it up. Gives out to Pavica. Pavica tries to wrap around there to Morgan Myers. She gets her ball back out of the air, but back over to Kelsey Stevenson. Martin going to take a three, and that's good. 79-61, 1:12 left to go here. The lead is up to 18. 1:08 left to go in here in this one. Going to try to drive it. She gives out to Beckles. Beckles gets a little screen there. Beckles going to take a three. No good there. Rebounded there by by London Pavica. Pavica over to Stevenson. Stevenson over to Martin. Martin going to try to drive. She does a little spin move. No. Gets it back over to Stevenson. Stevenson trying to get it over to Pavica. Pavica going to try to drive it all the way. No good there. Rebound there by Adams State. 34 seconds left to go in this one. Ruiz now has. She's going to try to drive it over the bucket. She's good on that one. 79-63. Might be the final score here. There's 22 seconds left to go in this one, and I believe Dixie State's going to run out the time here. 15 seconds left to go. 79-63 is still the lead here, even though there's only 10 seconds left to go, and I can pretty much wrap this one up. Dixie State is going to get away with another one tonight. They're going to get their 13th win of the afternoon. After losing to Colorado Mesa last week, they're going to bounce back from that loss. They're going to go 13-9 on their overall record and go 99 overall in their RMAC record here. As this one's all but ramped up and done. Dixie State's going to walk out with a good win tonight over a suffering Adams State team in this one here. As we're going to take a quick 2-minute timeout here on Radio Dixie. When we come back, we're going to wrap this one up here on the post-game show. We're going to give a player of the game, upcoming schedules for both teams, scores and stats from the game, and what is all coming up here for the rest of the season for the Dixie State Trailblazers in this 2018-29 season. Don't touch that down. 2-minute timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3 as we're here live at the station here. Radio Dixie 91.3 station here on the beautiful campus of Dixie State University here, where we have a live coverage of both the men's and women's games later tonight. As the women's game just wrapped up here, Dixie State won this one in a fashion standpoint, 79-63. I predicted the Trailblazers would get up to about 70 points, and I also predicted I thought Dixie State would not get up to 80 points. I didn't think it was going to be necessary. but I was proven wrong as they were only 1 point short of that goal this afternoon here in this one. Let's wrap this game up. Let's look at some scores, as I already gave you the score of the game, 79-63 if you're just tuning in. Dixie State winning a good one here against Adams State here. Let's look at some of the stats here. 31 of 59 from the field for Dixie State. They shot that ball 52% from the field. But from behind the line, it was another struggling night. They were only 8 of 22, good for 35% on the afternoon. They were they were good at the free throw line. They were 9 of 9 from the free throw line. They only took one free throw shot in that second half. They shot 8 free throws in the first half. They only took one in the second half. They were good for 100% there on that one. Looking over to Adams State, they were 22 of 65. That's only good for 34%. 6 of 22. That was good for 27% from the three-point line. And they shot the ball a lot more on the free throw line in that one. A lot more fouls were called against Dixie State than they were against Adams State. 13 of 16. That was good for 81% from the free throw line for Adams State in that one. Looking at the rebound numbers, 40 rebounds for Dixie State, 33 rebounds for Adams State. In that one, Adams State had the more of offensive rebounds than the defensive rebounds. Adams State had 12 offensive rebounds to Dixie State's 7. And offensive rebounds, they were good for 33 for Dixie State to Adams State's 21 rebounds in that one. But overall, to wrap this game kind of up in a sense of trying to get it all together, Dixie State played really well. And their shooting from the field today was good in the sense of just getting simple buckets, simple twos. They were able to get those buckets to go down for them all perfectly this afternoon. The three-point shooting wasn't perfect tonight, but they didn't need it. They were shooting the ball really well, getting really good easy layups, really getting good jumpers there in the mid-range. They were able to gather that all up, get good shots, and they were able to put it together in a good way that made the difference in this one and stayed on the gas pedal. As Adams State came out in the second half with a charge. They were getting good shots. They were playing better defense. They were playing better as a team. They got their legs under them finally in the second half. After being embarrassed in the first half by Dixie State, Dixie State had their way completely in the first half. It wasn't even close. But in this one, they made up for that. They got their shooting back together. They would have come back into this game, but not entirely, as of course Dixie State stayed on top of Adams State through this whole game. And I give credit to Dixie State for staying on top of the whole game this afternoon. They were able to step on the gas pedal and say, no, we're going to stay here. We're going to stay on top. We're going to make the difference. That was a good game by Dixie State, a good win, even though against a team that only has 2 wins on the afternoon. They're going to go 2 of 20. Adams State, they're going to go 2 of 20 overall, and they're going to go 2 of 16 in the RMAC standings. Dixie State is going to go 13 of 9 and fall to 99 of their RMAC conference standings. Good win by Dixie State to stay on top. Looking at some of the numbers this afternoon here, for players in this one, Lisa Van Kampen led the way with 21 points in this one. Allie Franks also had herself 20 points in this one. Ryan Martine, her usual night, she gets herself about 11 points in this one. London Pavlica, who came off the bench in this one, she was able to get herself 11 points in this one. A good overall shooting tonight by the whole team. To name a player of the game would have to be Lisa Van Kampen. She shot her ball as well as she could today. She was 9 of 15 from the field. She was 0 for 2 behind the 3-point line, but she made it up behind the free throw line. She was good 3 for there. She also had 7 rebounds. She also had no assists in this one, but definitely her rebounds came into handy in this one as well. Also, Allie Franks, give a little shout out to her. She was 7 of 10 from the field, 2 of 3 behind the 3-point line. She was good for 4 for 4 behind the free throw line. She had 5 rebounds in this one. She did not have any assists, but she had 1 block and 1 steal in this one. So a good overall game by Dixie State in this one. They were able to come out of this one, play hard, play tough, and play together in this one. That, again, Lisa Van Kampen is your player of the game. Looking at the schedules for both teams here, looking at Adams State real quick in this one, they're going to have Westminster tomorrow at 5:30 on that one. That is the best team in the conference. And then after that, they're going to go on the road for the rest of the season. They're going to do their little Colorado trip. They're going to go up to Western Colorado, Colorado Mesa, and Fort Lewis. All those games will be taking place at the end of the month and the first week of March. For Dixie State, we're going to look over here. Their schedule is same as it always been. They're going to go up against Fort Lewis tomorrow at 5:30. We'll have live coverage of that one here on Radio Dixie. And then the 22nd and the 23rd and the 1st of March will be the final 3 games of the season for Dixie State. The 22nd is going to be Regis. 23rd is going to be Colorado Christian. And the 1st of March is going to be Westminster. Everybody's been waiting for that Westminster game. That is going to be an exciting one. There's a little blood, a little rivalry between that one after the last game where Dixie State got called so many fouls against Westminster. It wasn't even funny. Westminster won that first game on the 1st of December, 81-63. So there's a little revenge in that one, definitely in that game. But definitely Regis, Colorado Christian, Westminster are the final games on the schedule for that one. That is all coming up here on this one. We're going to take a quick 5-minute timeout here in this one. When we come back, 5-minute timeout. We're going to chill out here. And then when we come back, Dixie State men's basketball game is going to be coming up here in this one. That is going to be a good one between Adams State Grizzlies and the men's basketball team of Dixie State here on Radio Dixie 91.3.
You've been listening to Dixie State Athletics on Radio Dixie 91.3, brought to you by Ken Garv St. George Ford Lincoln. For more information on Dixie State Athletics, DixieStateAthletics.com. Thanks for listening to Radio Dixie 91.3.
Favorite classic